North Beach is San Francisco's major Italian area. It's one of my favorite places to visit when I'm there in the city, so here's some of my recommendations for visiting North Beach. To get to North Beach from the ferry building, if you're coming in from Sausalito or another place around the bay, you'll have to walk through the financial district. It's a very short walk before you get to North Beach, but you'll get to see some of the cool architecture in the financial district and walk by the Transamerica Pyramid. This is the second tallest building in San Francisco after the Salesforce Tower, which was completed in 2017, and it was completed in 1972. Right after you pass the Transamerica Pyramid, you'll find yourself in North Beach. Another way to get into North Beach is if you're going to Coit Tower as well, you could also just come down the stairs from Coit Tower on the other side and you'll also find yourself in North Beach. It's a pretty large area of the city with lots of Italian culture, which was great to see. On most streets, you'll see a lot of restaurants that have set up outdoor seating during the pandemic that still remains today. As you're walking around, you'll notice that this is a somewhat flat area for San Francisco, as there aren't a ton of hills that you're going to be walking up and down as you go through North Beach. As you might know, North Beach is one of the best areas in San Francisco for food and is particularly famous for all kinds of pizza and Italian food. And some of the famous restaurants include Sotto Mare, which is a seafood restaurant, as well as many pizza places, including Tony's, which is my favorite. Tony's Pizza mainly consists of two sections, one side that serves Neapolitan-style pizza and the other side that serves awesome New York-style slices. It's located at 1566 Stockton Street and is by far one of the best places to get pizza in North Beach, if not in all of San Francisco. Tony's Slice House is right next to the main restaurant and has awesome New York-style pizza that I definitely recommend to anyone who wants to eat lunch around here. They have a lot of great options here and the slices are massive. I definitely recommend this regular New York cheese, which is my favorite slice to get here. As I said, I'd recommend this to anyone in the area, and it's probably the best New York-style pizza I've ever had in my life myself. Just for a comparison, the slices are actually big enough that only two fit in one 12-inch pizza box. I've had a lot of other pizza in my life, both technically New York style and other styles, but there's no possible way to compare it to this. If it's too crowded right outside the building, there's also a great place to go have lunch right in Washington Square Park across the street. After having some pizza from Tony's Slice House, I went right across from Washington Square Park on Philbert Street to Saints Peter and Paul Church. It's a great church just to see from the outside or to go inside for a few minutes to see the traditional architecture. Since this is a very traditional style Catholic church, there's beautiful architecture and stained glass inside and out. As you're walking around North Beach in general, you can always see some great street performances of some nice Italian music.
My life I give for you.
Definitely also take some time to just walk around all the areas of North Beach and explore this part of the city. Even if there aren't exactly specific attractions to mention, it's definitely a great area to walk around and explore. As you're walking around, definitely stop in a few of the traditional Italian delis known as salumerias, such as Molinari Delicatessen. They have a great selection, and even if you don't actually get anything, these are still great places to look around while you're there. After exploring North Beach, you can also go see some nice areas of San Francisco that are very close, as well as take a short walk up Lombard Street, which we did. After walking around for a little longer, we headed out of North Beach towards Lombard Street for a walk up the hill. Lombard Street is one of the famous crooked streets in San Francisco and is actually only a short walk from North Beach uphill. Walking around outside of North Beach, you'll be able to see some of the row houses that San Francisco is famous for, and even see a few that have a nice Victorian architecture if you're in the right area. Even though people generally see Lombard Street by driving down it, I actually prefer to either walk down or up, as it's easier to avoid the crowds and you can take stairs instead of walking on the actual street. The stairs run up the right side of Lombard Street from the bottom and are actually not that long to get to the top. Once you do get to the top of the hill at Lombard Street, you'll get some awesome views over San Francisco and even be able to see Coit Tower in the distance. Even though there are a few hundred stairs on the side of Lombard Street, it's not actually that hard of a hill to climb when you're there. The video seems to make the walk up the stairs on the side of the street look a lot longer than it actually is, and you'll be at the top before you know it. Once at the top of the hill at Lombard Street, you'll get a nice wide view over the city and even get to see some of San Francisco's famous cable cars on the other side. If you come down the hill behind Lombard Street after finishing your walk up, you'll end up near Ghirardelli Square and Fisherman's Wharf. Although I don't recommend Fisherman's Wharf on most days, it's incredibly crowded and doesn't have many interesting things to see after seeing North Beach and many other areas of the city. Even though Fisherman's Wharf is supposedly a popular tourist destination, I don't recommend going there, and it's one of my least favorite areas that I saw out of all the places I visited in San Francisco. Directly behind Lombard Street is Hyde Street, shown here, which you can take downhill afterward. After coming down Hyde Street, you can decide to go to Fisherman's Wharf or Ghirardelli Square, but I didn't, and that's the end of this video for now. So that's all for North Beach, part of the Financial District, and Lombard Street in San Francisco. Thanks for watching.